Welcome! Let's see here. Today we have a game that I lost because I was bored. Pretty much I used a turtle strategy, and I most likely would have won if I did a lot more recon before I sent my planet to annihilate. So here's my strategy right here. As you can see, the other guys are setting up normal bases. I, however, rushed an orbital. So there's the orbital. I grabbed my commander and sent him away over to the smaller moon. Now I chose the smaller moon because it would be easier to defend. I also sent in a orbital constructor and an Avenger just so I have a little bit of defense. The first thing I did was I rushed an air builder, and while this is going on here, you'll notice my efficiency is horrible right now. What I'm doing is I was staking a claim around this area by building lots of turrets, hopefully just to prolong this base as long as possible until I get the other base up and running. That's going on. You see these guys are starting some fighting over here. Red is focusing mostly on air, as you can see. Some mass producing units. Orange looks like he's also focusing on air, maybe vehicles, or perhaps a mixture. Black looks like he's also focusing on air. Okay. So now you notice my efficiency is starting to get a little bit better. It's because I'm starting to have more presence here. I'm able to get some energy up and running and finally start getting the miners up. And once I get the miners up, let's take a look at what I'm going to send all my orbital units over to the other planet already. What I'm doing right now is I'm reclaiming everything so I get more of the resources. I'll not be able to reclaim everything before they start attacking my base here. See, there's the swarm over there. And then they killed all my repair guys. And there's a secondary swarm that comes by, and pretty much these guys circle until all my stuff is destroyed. And here I am, turtling away. I was able to get a orbital factory up and running quickly because I had the orbital fab bot. Started manufacturing some solar panels and immediately begun work on a large airbase. I also built a deep space radar just so it's easier to see opponents, and sent a small group of air units encircling the planet constantly, the anti-air ones. So in case they try to land, I will be able to shoot down their Astrius. I also have a few other units circling the planet in case they do send an Astrius in. This is the group I sent that went about building all of those. was able to send a group that to start doing all that stuff. Right. Started mass producing these in case I needed them. And then I built up a force of the powerful ones. Got enough energy to be able to use all of them at once. Over time, going to manufacture more, and I also used this group to start going around and building the main, or the upgraded research, miners. Here we see both red and gray are starting to make bases on this. Red has moved his commander over here as well. Once again focusing on air and orbital. Let's see how things are back on the main planet. Red looks very powerful right now as he has hundreds of units. All these factories constantly making more. Very good setup here. He also has a decent ground force. And it's getting bigger. There's a lot of control over the planet. Gray here is a lot more orbital than anybody else. They have a ton of energy. And they also have some air. And they have 3 orbitals going on here. See, they have a lot of air builders here to help rush along the orbital building process. At this point, it looks like purple and the other guys were eliminated, so they're split half and half here. Red has a much better start on this planet. Sets up a teleporter for easy conquering later on. Starts building these here. I'm turning it a little bit harder. See, all these are built now, just about. This is when my game was starting to lag out a little bit. Decided to start building my anti-nukes now. Eventually all of these circling anti-air I put in one place because they lag out my game so much by researching or by running around so much. Here I built a regular bot and a regular vehicle factory. And the bot has already reclaimed his bot factory, and soon, when I get around to it, this bot will make an advanced bot factory, and this vehicle will reclaim this and make an advanced vehicle factory. I have a teleporter up in case I needed to go to another planet quickly. And I'm also going to start building more advanced fabrication units. Here I have a pretty decent defense, but here I start to see the enemy try to invade. At this point, red and gray have made an alliance against me to try and break my turtle. So they're sending in hundreds of orbital fighters here. So I noticed that. I grab my group and start building umbrellas all over the planet, especially around my main base here. So that should help. Try to assault my main area here, which is a pretty bad idea. And then they come over and retreat. I simply build umbrellas. Or there's an umbrella here and an umbrella here, slowly picking away at them. And eventually I'll cover this area with umbrellas here. Slowly eating away at that. See, they're sending more. This time, not only are they sending fighters, but they're sending builders. Here they try and spread out their fighters. I easily am able to pick them off. There's another wave. Now with my orbital defenses that are pretty set in, I'm able to pick those off as well. Here they send in a few satellites just to recon what I have. And they decide to stop the assault for now. Now is when I start building my Halleys. Now. I probably should have moved these Halleys and utilized them while I had the chance and moved my commander to a different planet. But because I didn't, you'll see eventually these Halleys were destroyed. I did not know at the time that nukes could go through space, so I had only one anti-nuke built, just in case. So those guys are resting. I'm starting to build more advanced research, or advanced builder units. And I sent all these guys over here to relax because I was lagging up my game too hard. Here you see the relentless assaults. I'm able to easily wave them off with my lots of umbrellas and orbital Avengers. Let's check out what they have on the other planet. Here, this guy is mass producing orbital Avengers as well as vehicles. He's completely surrounded himself. Both who has tanks, flamethrowers, regulars. In advanced. Red looks like he has complete control of this planet. Whereas Gray still only has control of about half the planet. Here, Red has so many units, it's impossible to tell them apart. Here he starts building anti-nukes. Still mass producing. Gray is sending a large force to try and take me out again. So I built more and more and more umbrellas. You see I have a squad here going around the planet building umbrellas. Here they try to sit and wait it out. Here is where I have a problem with my vehicle factory. I mass produced so much that somehow they got stuck and glitched. And I could not use any of these units at all. Now here I get hit by a nuke, destroyed my Halleys, and I wasn't careful when they got a teleporter down almost instantaneously. I was able to destroy it thankfully very quickly, as well as their units above it, but it took me a little bit to destroy these. I sent in what little bot army I had, and this army right here was useless because it was just broken. But they were able to shoot some tactical missiles over. They destroyed most of my bot fabrication force, but I was able to take them out. This hit me pretty hard, and there was a second nuke that also hit me. I immediately went in, built umbrellas in case they started to, in case they were going to invade with a teleporter again there. I commanded some of my guys to go around and start rebuilding some of the mining, but I had enough in my storage, it didn't really matter. I repositioned these guys over here. These guys were given a rest for a second. Then I sent them around. Now building more umbrellas as well as anti-nukes. I sent more guys to go build anti-nukes and more umbrellas. Here I have these guys set to permanently build those there. Here I decided to go offensive a little bit, but I needed more energy first because they were destroying a lot of my solar panels. Went ahead, launched a nuke. I shot it at over here, their orbital area here, because I did not know what it looked like before then. Here the army is quite visible. He has almost... Red has total control over the planet now. So many units, probably in the thousands. Here I am. I'm starting to build Hallies again because I'm bored and I honestly just wanted the game to end. Now, if I would have sent all of my orbital forces to recon this one, I would have known where his commander was, whether it be on this planet or on the main one. Here he's sending all of his units there to the other planet. I set mine for crash course. That planet, and this guy wound up teleporting through just in time. Otherwise I would have won. Well, that was my turtling strategy. Not really amazing, but I probably would have won if I had organized myself better. I believe this guy honestly is a better PA player than I was, just by the way he was organized. So, I hope you enjoy, and have fun.